industrial exposures. To ensure all-round personality development of students, more than 20 student activity clubs that includes social, technical and cultural clubs have their regular activities, and BIT holds one of the top student fest of India like Bitotsav, a cultural extravaganza, Pantheon, the technical fest and the Vajra, the national level sports fest, all organized and managed by the student body itself. Huge green plastic-free campus nurture young minds with a balance between science, nature, technology and art of living. BIT always stands for knowledge that liberates. Sa Vidya Ya Vimuktaya. Birla Institute of Technology in Mesra, Ranchi, the knowledge hub since 1955 in the state of Jharkhand, India. Among the first few technical institute of India, the glory of the institute carries a number of significant contributions to the field of science, technology, education and entrepreneurship. Being the first in the nation to introduce the courses on space science and rocketry, or the first to introduce the concept of entrepreneur path STEP, BIT continued its high standard in education with high-tech laboratories with advanced high-end instruments, along with the practical hands-on session and industrial exposures. To ensure all-round personality development of students, more than 20 student activity clubs that includes social, technical and cultural clubs have their regular activities, and BIT holds one of the top student fest of India like Bitotsav, a cultural extravaganza, Pantheon, the technical fest and the Vajra, the national level sports fest, all organized and managed by the student body itself. Huge green plastic-free campus nurture young minds with a balance between science, nature, technology and art of living. BIT always stands for knowledge that liberates. Sa Vidya Ya Vimuktaya.
BIT Mesra was established in the year 1955 by the philanthropist and industrialist Lord Shri Brij Mohan Birla. The institute campus is located in a 780 acres sitting at the confluence of rivers Jumar and Swarnrekha, and is self-contained with excellent hostel facilities and nurturing environment, which is a home to 4,500 students. The infrastructure includes lecture halls, central library, workshops, playground, gymnasium, and many
This is
more.
not the source of exception that it enters into triweb.
The classrooms, lecture halls, seminar halls have all been upgraded to fully air-conditioned smart classrooms and halls.
So इस दाम के आईने मान. So Vasisht Das, what is this? Das Buch. That is here.
It has 21 academic departments and offers BE, ME, MTech and PhD degrees in various academic disciplines. BIT Mesra targets to provide excellent educational and research opportunities from undergraduate to postgraduate levels, and to build national capabilities in technology, education and research in emerging areas. The entire campus is Wi-Fi enabled. The state-of-art JP Birla Auditorium has a sitting capacity of 2,700, and the CAT Hall has been revamped to modern contemporary auditorium with a sitting capacity of 400.
बाहर जाके बात करनी है। क्या बोलना है? सर से पूछो। किसी के पास वेट करते हैं।
हलो हलो सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु माँ कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। हेलो थोड़ा सा गेंद दे सर, गेंद सर डिले डिले हल्का सा इफेक्ट किसके पास है? आप ही के पास? छोटू हेलो। सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः हेलो सर्वे। देवी हेषा गुणमयी मम माया दुरत्यया। एकदम
this only.
ये हम लोग बोले कमिंग टुगेदर इज बिगिनिंग, कीपिंग टुगेदर इज प्रोग्रेस, वर्किंग टुगेदर इज सक्सेस. तो आपस में डाले फिर आते हैं. वेरी गुड मॉर्निंग टू ऑल. संजय छत्र में से बोले, संजय छत्र में से जो बोले, संजय
You
छत्र.
चलिए शेयर हम ये बोल
हाँ ठीक है, संजय
ऐसे
छत्र.
बोल
हम सोच रहे हैं देवी के शरण में मंदिर वाला. चल संजय छत्र में बोले ठीक है. और क्या बोल सकते हैं? संजय छत्र से शुरू करेंगे. कमिंग टू इज बिगिनिंग, कीपिंग टुगेदर, वर्किंग टुगेदर, सक्सेस. वेरी गुड मॉर्निंग टू ऑल. हम पूरा हिंदी बोल रहे हैं.
ये हम बोल रहे हैं.
आप इंग्लिश बोल रहे हैं, पूरा हिंदी बोल रहे हैं.
अरे भाई ये आप बोल रहे हैं.
हम बोल रहे हैं. ठीक है, आप बोलिए. आप तो
वही तो बोल रहे हैं, अदरवाइज वो अटपटा लगेगा.
साथ इतना हमारी पहचान उससे विश्वास था.
ये अभी नहीं बोल रहे हैं हम लोग. यहाँ तक बोल रहे हैं, यहाँ तक बोल रहे हैं,
इसके बाद
फिर डायस पे बुला रहे हैं. ठीक है,
यस
वेलकम करते हुए डायस पे बुला रहे हैं. ठीक है, उसके बाद
इसको बोलने का आप रिक्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं वाले संस्था बताइए.
we welcome and we'll request our vice chancellor
check 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 one. Hello hello test. A check check one test. थोड़ा सा गेन कम कर लेगा ए check one test test. शायद थोड़ा सा वहाँ से कर भी सकते हैं, थोड़ा सा शार्प काट लिएगा ना, ट्रेवल काट लिएगा. चेक चेक वन. हेलो टेस्ट. हेलो टेस्ट. हेलो टेस्ट. ए सेकंड दिएगा, ए वाला ए चेक 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 वन. हेलो टेस्ट. ए हेलो चेक 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 वन.
Hello, check. Hello. Hello, check.
Hello. So I repeat once again, our Honorable Governor Jharkhand is about to arrive now. Hello. Check. Hello. Check. Hello.
Check, check one. A test. Hello.
संगच्छध्वं संवदध्वं संभो मनानसि जानताम् देवभागं यथा पूर्वे संजना उपासते. Coming together is a beginning, keeping together is a progress, working together is success.
A very good morning to all. On behalf of the BIT Mestra fraternity, I am delighted to offer a very warm and a hearty welcome to the august gathering who are here today to witness this auspicious and much awaited event, the Foundation Day celebration of Birla Institute of Technology, Mesra Ranchi. It is a great honor for all of us to be a part of this great legacy by upholding tradition and organizing the Foundation Day of the Institute. I take this privilege to extend a very warm and special welcome to invite the respected dignitaries to join us on the dais, the esteemed chief guest, His Excellency, the Honorable Governor of Jharkhand, Shri Ramesh Bais, and I will request our Vice Chancellor, Indraneel Manna, Sir, the Dean of Alumni and International Relations, Professor Utpal Ball, the Alumni Representative, Mr. Madan Mohan Mohanika, the Registrar Retired Colonel Sukhpal Singh Khetarpal, to kindly accompany Sir to the dais. Thank you, Sir, for joining us for this auspicious event and blessing us.
मैं सभी से अनुरोध करता हूं कि नेशनल एंथम के लिए खड़े हो जाएं.
अधिनायक जय हिंद भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तब जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Before we proceed ahead with the day's event, let us begin this auspicious moment with the inaugural lighting of the ceremonial lamp. I request the chief guest of the event, the Honorable Governor of Jharkhand, Shri Ramesh Bais, and the esteemed dignitaries on the dais to kindly light the ceremonial lamp.
तमसो मां ज्योतिर्गमया नाहं वैशामि वैकुंठे योगिनां हृदयेन च मद्भक्ता यत्र गायन्ते तत्र तिष्ठामि नारदा. ईश्वर की उपस्थिति उन तमाम जगहों पर है जहां उनके भक्त उन्हें भक्त हृदय से याद करते हैं, और ईश्वर की अनुमति से ही हम आज के दिन की शुभारंभ करते हैं. हमारे बीच राज्य के माननीय राज्यपाल श्री रमेश बैस जी हैं, साथ ही माननीय मंच इस दीप प्रज्वलन के साथ ही इस कार्यक्रम की विधिवत शुरुआत करते हैं. मैं सभागार में उपस्थित सभी से अनुरोध करता हूं कि अपने स्थान पर खड़े हो जाएं संस्थान के प्रेयर के लिए.
यं शैवः समुपासते शिव इति ब्रह्मेति वेदान्तिनो बौद्ध बुद्ध इति बाणपटवः करते तीनैयायिका अर्हन् नृत्यथा जैन शासन रथा कर्णेति मीमांसका सोऽयं नो विदधातु वाञ्छितफलम् त्रैलोक्यनाथो हरि त्रैलोक्यनाथो हरि त्रैलोक्यनाथो हरि जगत्राता विश्वविधाता हे सुख शांति निकेतन हे जगत्राता विश्वविधाता हे सुख शांति निकेतन हे प्रेम के सिंधु दीन के बंधु दुख दारिद्र विनाशन हे जगत्राता विश्वविधाता हे सुख शांति निकेतन हे विद्याखंड अनंत अनादि पूरण ब्रह्म सनातन हे विद्याखंड अनंत अनादि पूरण ब्रह्म सनातन हे जग आश्रय जगपति जगवंदन रघुनाथ निरंजन हे प्राण सखा त्रिभुवन प्रतिपालक जीवन के अवलंबन हे जगत्राता विश्वविधाता हे सुख शांति निकेतन हे जगत्राता विश्वविधाता हे सुख शांति निकेतन हे
May I now request our Vice Chancellor, Sir, Professor Indranil Manna, to kindly present the Honorable Governor of Jharkhand, Shri Ramesh Bais, with our respect and love.
A token of love and affection, a bouquet.
I will now like to request the Dean of Alumni and International Relation to kindly present Mr. Madan Mohan Mohanikar, the distinguished alumni of 2021 and an alumnus of the batch 1959-1964, to kindly accept our respect. I'll again request the Dean of Alumni and International Relation, Professor Ball, to kindly present our Vice Chancellor, Sir, with our respect for him and love. I'll request the Associate Dean of Alumni International Relation, Dr. Vishal Shah, to kindly present Utpal Bal, Sir, with our respect for him. I'll request Professor Vishal to kindly present a bouquet to the Registrar, Sir.
साविद्या या विमुक्तये, ये विश्वास के साथ ही इस संस्थान की स्थापना आज से दशकों पहले की गई थी। 1955 में हमारा पहला बैच था और तब से लेकर आज तक हम विज्ञान और तकनीक को एक सामंजस्य के साथ लेते चले आ रहे हैं। आज भी हम विश्वास करते हैं ट्रांसलेशन ऑफ साइंस टू द रियल लाइफ में। हम सबका मानना है कि बीआईटी मिश्रा जब से है और जब तक होगा तब तक इस देश के साथ कंधे से कंधा मिलाकर इस देश को हर तरह से अग्रणी बनाने के लिए सहयोग देता रहेगा। और इसके लिए यहाँ जितने भी लोग उपस्थित हैं उन सबका सहयोग वांछनीय भी है और अब तक प्राप्त भी है। और इसी विषय को हम और अच्छे समझने के लिए, इस फाउंडेशन डे के बारे हम और अच्छी जानकारी के लिए एक स्वागत भाषण के लिए मैं इनवाइट करता हूँ डीन ऑफ एलुमनी एंड इंटरनेशनल रिलेशनशिप प्रोफेसर डॉक्टर उत्पल पॉल सर को।
Namaskar, Johar. Honorable Governor of Jharkhand and Chancellor of BIT Mesra, Shri Ramesh Baes, the Chief Guest of our Foundation Day, respected Professor Indranil Manna, our Vice Chancellor, Mr. Madan Mohan Mohanka, Chairman, Tega Industries, and our distinguished alumnus of 2021, Colonel Sukhpal Singh Khetarpal, our Registrar, faculty and staff members, past and present, alumni, students, members of print and electronic media, ladies and gentlemen. Today is a memorable day for BIT Mesra, and on behalf of all the staff and students, it gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all on the occasion of the Foundation Day of our institute. As Aristotle had aptly said, excellence is never an accident. It is always the result of high intentions, sincere efforts, and intelligent execution. Foundation Day is an opportunity for us to acknowledge some of the tough times we have faced and the incredible ways we have bonded together as a community. This is a moment to consider what our aspirations have been over the years and what we achieved together and aspire yet again. It is the reflection of 67 years of growth, grit, and greatness. On this day, let us all celebrate our proud past, adorable present, and a strong future. We have never rested on past laurels. Our quest for excellence continues. Our alumni are our strength, our brand ambassadors. Lately, BIT Mesra has initiated conscious efforts towards the journey in becoming a world-class technological institute, and we sincerely believe that our alumni are one of our most important partners to progress. We take this opportunity to salute our past and present academicians and administrators who have put their unflinching efforts in building up the reputation of the institute over the years. Above all, we would like to honor our founding father, industrialist and philanthropist, Shri B.M. Birla, for the commitment, resilience, and dedication he displayed to see his vision of an engineering college in an erstwhile remote region of the country. His vision was aptly complemented and carried forward by his son, Shri G.P. Birla. It is astounding that the leaders of this institution had such dedicated focus on their goals to make it grow to an institute of national importance and repute. The Foundation Day will be celebrated every year on 15th of July. The students, alumni, faculty members, staff, and all stakeholders, past and present, are invited to join us on this joyous occasion. Although all are heartily welcome to join the celebrations, the alumni batch that have completed 40 years and 25 years of passing out are specially invited to be present in the event. This year, we warmly welcome all our alumni members present, and specifically the 1982 and 1997 batch, come whatever may. The heart and soul of a BITian will always roam around the corridors of this great institution. We belong to you the way you belong to us. Let us all celebrate your homecoming. Thank you for being with us. We would like to convey our heartfelt gratitude to our distinguished teachers of the past who have kindled the light of knowledge and wisdom of our numerous alumni members. Their contribution and service to this institution is ingrained with the glory of this institution. We heartily welcome our distinguished teachers present today. Thank you, sirs, for your presence. Last but not the least, we sincerely appreciate and thank all our sponsors who have come forward with their generous support. Let this Foundation Day be just the beginning of reinforcing our foundations to a world-class institution, higher, bigger and better, which will be a tribute to our founders in the true sense. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. May I now invite the alumni representative, Mr. Madan Mohan Mohanka, the distinguished alumnus of the year 2021, an alumnus of the batch 1959-1964 of the Civil Department, and the executive chairman of Tega Industries, to kindly share his thoughts for the day.
Honorable Governor of Jharkhand, Chancellor of BIT Mesra, Sri Ramesh Bais, Chief Guest of our Foundation Day, Professor Indranil Manna, Vice Chancellor of BIT Mesra, Professor Utpal Baul, Dean Alumni and International Relations, Colonel Sukhpal Singh Chhatrapal, Registrar, respected faculty member, which is the heart of the institute, staff members, alumni, students, press, electronic media, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, Excellencies and my friends. Before I begin, let me say I'm here after almost 6 decades. I last walked the corridors of this wonderful building 6 decades before. It brings back memories of my youth when, as a mere 21-year-old, I had a whole working life ahead of me, from studying the principle of civil engineering to making the lifelong friends at VIT Mesra, which enriched my life. The institute gave me an opportunity to develop a passion for photography. I happened to be Secretary for Photographic Society 63-64. The award I received during that period, I realized them, they are part of my house and my memory. I'm back at campus after 6 decades. I passed out in 64, 58 years before. Since then, the world has changed. Curriculum of yesterday will not work today. The need for industry have changed considerably, is changing every day, sometimes every hour. Rate of change has become faster than what it ever used to be. We need to revisit our curriculum and pedagogy both. What is required for tomorrow? We have to change pedagogy that people have to learn themselves. There has to be a change in the traditional teacher having a thrust on transfer of knowledge to a facilitator of learning process. I'm more than sure, under the guidance of Chancellor Sahib, Vice Chancellor, they are all aware of the problems likely to come and they are working on it. But I, being on the other side of the table in industry, I thought I will share my views as to what the industry needs. I run a company which has 6 plants, 3 in India, 3 outside India, with 18 offices in different parts of the world. We cater to 99 countries. I employ 326 foreigners in my company. Today, we have approximately 1,000 universities and 40,000 colleges national. India is one of the largest higher education systems in the world. Number of institutions have expanded more than 400% since 2001, mostly in the private sector. For building higher education system of tomorrow needs to be complemented with infrastructure, reforms, support of training from the government and collaboration with the industry. In fast changing environment, it calls for multidisciplinary approach, a tandem with traditional courses. There are many options available to the students today after class 12, mainly on account of changing environment and requirement. Some people might ask for physics and Sanskrit. Some people might ask for maths and history. Like in case of IT, you have AI, data science, data analysis, cybersecurity, blockchain. India is expected to have 12% growth every year in pharmaceutical industry. The companies across the world are using advanced machines, learning along algorithm and AI power for technology to discover drug. One area which we have not noticed is sport management is going to be a very big industry in the world, in India as well, in future to come. You cannot imagine the size it will become. You can just imagine by seeing one sport, cricket, how big the industry is. If all other sports acquire that level in India and throughout the world, how big the industry would be. You need people to manage it. Institute will be required to develop research collaboration with laboratory which have already invested large amount of monies rather than invest new. Some seats may go empty in near future to come for the postgraduate classes where the lab work is not required. People would prefer to study while working on the job and stay at home. Then the system that we have developed for distance teaching will have to be modified to make it more stronger, because people will be with their family, they will save money, they will not leave their job, and they will not have to spend large amount of money on their education. This system has already begun in many countries. It is going to happen in India as well. Students want skills that can help them survive in the market. Employers desire talent that can match and evolve the best on the market demands. However, the gap between talent, demand, supply persists. This is primarily because of the educational institutions continuing to operate in silos, none of their fault. It is because we don't have an ecosystem in the country where the employers engage regularly along with the students and faculty. The ecosystem has to be made, and possibly government has to take a lead, and the institution both. The digital age education system calls for personalized and dynamic method of learning. Better equipped faculty, new parameters to gauge the student and faculty performance as well. Innovate the models of funding. A broader and more collaborative coalition among educational institutes, employees, students, and professionals and regulators have to be developed. This will also help the school to acquire a higher status globally. From number 10 in the country, we should aim to become number 10 in the world. The innovation center we have here, it has to be marketed globally for people to know what kind of research work that we do, so that they can collaborate with the school, they can also take the students from here. In order to achieve a higher level of status for the school in the world, we possibly need to focus on the few parameters: revisiting the curriculum and pedagogy, relevant transparent working policies, process of faculty, collaborative cooperative research efforts, cross-border differentiated partnership, building institutionalization, optimal utilization of existing assets, transitional governance model, and emerging technology. Job opportunities for specialized courses have increased. These courses, when acknowledged by the institution, will enable the student to hone their skill and learn managerial responsibility to go further in the field that they like. The second part being the industry-ready students. It is given that the colleges and institutions offer higher education equipped to provide such programs and industry exposure. We have to focus more on the summer job, provide a longer time period for the summer job. Summer jobs should be supervised by the faculty, and the biggest contribution can be made in this respect is by the alumni sitting here. Everybody should promise that they will help PITians going in the industry, get them a summer job, help them pick up the learning and supervise it. Teaching has to be more experiential based. Application of knowledge and practice will be more important. Rather than just teaching the design, the institute has to take one real case, do the design here before the student pass out. Maybe that should get higher weightage in the course than just the theoretical lectures. Students must not be passive. They are required to play active role in education process. We teach many courses here: electrical, mechanical, physics, chemistry, biotechnology. There is one subject where we don't emphasize. And this is my request to Vice Chancellor Sahib to reconsider and sensitize it on leadership. Because every BITM should become a great leader when he leaves the school and goes out. I've said so many things. It was very easy for me to say, but the most difficult part is the management of change. Changing this is going to be a Herculean task. It will require effort, retraining the teachers themselves, creating change agent, funding, so on and so forth, and a dedicated effort to see that process is continuously and closely monitored. People sitting on the other side of the fence, underprivileged people in the country, expect a lot from them. It becomes your duty, our duty, and the school duty to sensitize the student for social service, what you call as a corporate CSR. I'm sure Vice Chancellor Sahab will think of having maybe one session a month or one session a week for everyone on social service. So when they pass out from here, they give it a thought. If we don't look after our neighborhood, if the neighborhood is poor, we are not creating a larger mass for purchase of our goods. We can only create bigger market for ourselves if we enrich the wealth of the poor people so that the market size becomes larger. Even from our selfish point of view, it is important that we take care of the underprivileged in the society. With this, I will say good luck to school, good luck to all the alumni and faculty members, and I'm sure with the support of such a large network, such a dedicated VITNs that we have, and the leadership of Vice Chancellor Sahab, the institute will acquire one of the top positions in the world, and good luck.
Thank you, sir, for gracing the occasion and sharing these delightful words. May I now request our Vice Chancellor, sir, Professor Indraneel Manna, to express his kind words on this auspicious occasion.
Suprabhat, Namaskar, Johar, Honorable Governor of the State and Chancellor of BIT Mesra, Shri Ramesh Baes ji, Mr. C.K. Birla, Chairman Board of Governors, BIT Mesra, our distinguished alumnus, Mr. Mohanika, Professor Ball, Colonel Khetrapal, my esteemed faculty colleagues, the deans, the heads of the department, the staff members, students and scholars, members from the media, and most importantly, the alumni, particularly from the 40th and 25th batches who graduated from this institute 40 years ago and 25 years ago respectively, and of course, ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome. It is my proud privilege to accord you a sincere welcome and gratitude for joining this very joyous occasion of the 67th anniversary of our foundation and 68th Foundation Day. Honorable Chancellor, sir, you must be aware that we were founded in 1955. Going by the terminology Institute of Technology, since independence, we are the third oldest and only younger than one IIT in this country. We set many pioneering examples, including setting up the first Science and Technology Entrepreneurship Park in 1974, the Space Engineering and Rocketry Department in '64, ahead of Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO. We are one of the very few universities in the country which also runs a polytechnic. Engineering needs support not only as engineers, but for every engineer there has to be roughly five diploma holders and 10 certificate holders. The polytechnic serves that important purpose. We have over 50,000 alumni spread all over the globe, who are leaders by their own right in their own profession. India Today, the popular magazine in the country, has ranked us second or third, and Pioneer and Outlook, another magazine, has ranked us fifth. Some of the departments actually rank within top 10 in the country. We have altogether half a dozen campuses, including the main campus in Mesra, Ranchi. There's another in Ranchi, Lalpur. We have a campus in Patna, Devghar, Noida, and Jaipur. The number of students in this very campus is about 5,500. We have about 350 faculty members, including some visiting and adjunct faculty. So we are close to the desired ratio of 15:1 student to faculty ratio. We recruited nearly 60 plus 20, 80 faculty members in the recent past. Of course, some of them have left since, but we are extremely quality conscious. So our course curriculum gets reviewed and revised routinely. We have submitted our documents for accreditation from the national body of NAC. Most of our courses in the undergraduate and postgraduate level are NBA accredited. We comply with the regulations of the regulatory bodies like AICTE and UGC, and we submit our documents to the National NIRF ranking framework. We have recently introduced industry-oriented master's program to Cognizant and Tata Motors. We admit our students only through All India examination called the Joint Entrance Examination Main. We have reformed our examination system. Now it is completely decentralized. We have revised the examination and the lecture offering system through using digital platform, and we wish to connect all the external campuses soon with the main campus using such digital platform. Sir, you'll be happy to learn that we introduced a new program, first in the country again, called Quantitative Economics and Data Sciences. And in the very first year, we offered only 30 seats, and all of them got filled up. And we firmly believe that this will set another new trend in the country. We also have new programs in food processing technology, artificial intelligence and machine learning, hospitality and tourism, and we also are planning to start one on game design and development. The students wish to move ahead with their career, and we are happy to share with you that the placement record last year, despite the onslaught of the pandemic, was by far the best. 84% of our students at the BTech and MCA level got placed. Some of the departments, of course, are more research oriented, and hence the placement record there is not as bright as this. So 1,221 offers were made by 369 companies in the last cycle. We have introduced programs for coaching for the postgraduate entrance examination GATE. We have introduced a communication skill enhancement training with collaboration with University of Cambridge. And we have launched several industry academia interactive symposia in the last 1 year. The faculty members are given, those who joined recently are given startup grant. And as a mark of this encouragement, we secured 30 plus new R&D projects supported by the funding agencies like DST, DBT, CSR, and so on in the last financial year. And the dean tells me that this financial year already we have received another such 30 odd projects amounting over 8 crore. This only shows that gradually we want to make a mark and carry out research for which the country cares and seeks. We have created a new intellectual property rights cell, and this is needed because we would like to create new knowledge which can be translated. We offer training to the CRPF Training College, and in the recent past, 3 such training programs were held. You'll all be happy to learn that the Institute, through its Institute Innovation Council, has improved its ranking in innovation from 1 star to 3.5 star in a scale of 5. We have created our new startup policy, new innovation and incubation and entrepreneurship policy. The Government of India, you all are aware, is celebrating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, the 75 years since independence. We were one of the 75 institutions in the whole country who were asked to organize Vigyan Sarvatra Pujyate. Science can make a difference to the country and to the population. We also were selected by the National Innovation Foundation to organize a workshop called MANAK, Million Minds Augmenting National Aspirations and Knowledge. While coming inside the campus, I had the privilege of traveling with the Honorable Governor and our Chancellor. And besides telling him about the campus, the buildings and the hostels and other installations, I also happened to mention that apart from 5,500 students and nearly 10,000 campusites who live within the campus, we also have 265 plant species, out of which 67 are already barcode tagged, belonging to 85 families, 36 species of birds and 15 species of insects. So we value biodiversity. We have introduced a new firefighting system as per the UGC regulation. We have a composter machine, and we certainly are very keen to recycle some of the wastewater and other wastes. All of you are aware that India is the second populous, and according to the United Nations, possibly in about a year or two will be the most populous nation in the world, and a population out of which more than 2/3, 800 million people are below the age of 35. So we carry an advantage called demographic dividend, which no other country has. And in order to harness that, we need education like never before. In terms of area, we are the 7th largest. In terms of GDP, we are the 5th largest, and possibly recently, until recently, we were the 3rd largest. We crossed $3 trillion mark. We take pride in saying that we launched the cheapest mission to the Mars and Moon, which all other countries wonder as to how could that be done. We are extremely proud of our scientists and technologists. We are the 2nd largest producer of steel, the Indian companies, the largest manufacturer of aluminium, and the largest forging companies in this country. And yet there's a flip side. 55% of our population depend on agriculture. They contribute about 14% to our GDP. 53% of our revenue to the GDP is earned through the information technology and services sector, which employ only 20% or less. The manufacturing sector at the time of independence used to contribute nearly 40%, which is what today considered as the largest by countries like South Korea and all. But today it is less than 20%. And it is because of this reason the Honorable Prime Minister has made a clarion call of Make in India and Atmanirbharta. And if we really want to rise to the occasion and prove our worth, then institutes like PIT Mesra has a major role to play. It's not enough whether one magazine or one ranking agency gives us a very gratifying rank. What is important is how much we are able to contribute to the country's economic growth and technological self-reliance. And for that reason, it's absolutely important that we not only disseminate knowledge by teaching, we not only create knowledge by research, but we are able to translate knowledge for useful and gainful purpose. We provide solution to the society. But sir, in that respect, we face certain difficulties, and these are from regulatory bodies, also perhaps from government agencies. And I've already taken your permission to bring before you some of the issues related to land, boundary, water, forest, building approvals, and so on. For example, BIT Mesra was registered as a society in the state of Bihar. Our documents still lie in Patna. We need to get it transferred to Ranchi so that we can apply for certain regulatory acts, approval of regulatory issues from the government agencies. But then come back to the core issue that this is the decade of innovation. India has managed to come within top 50, but with the second most populous state in the world, we should be ranking well within 10. And this is perfectly doable, provided the institutes of technology like BITs and not only the IITs work hand in hand towards the country's economic and technological growth. And I'm sure with very important contribution from the alumni pool who was 50,000 strong, spread all over the globe, we certainly can make a difference. So with this optimistic note, I end here and once more acknowledge and record my deepest gratitude to the Honorable Governor and Chancellor of our institute, our Chairman, Mr. Birla, all our faculty colleagues, all student scholars, and every member of the greater BIT family, that the best is yet to come, and we must pursue that with our fervent zeal. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for informing the August gathering about the achievements of BIT Mesra and your vision for taking it further. Now is the time to experience the views of the great industrialist, the chairman of the institution, Shri C.K. Birla ji, the torch bearer of the Birla legacy, and the one who is steering forward the dream of his grandfather, Shri B.M. Birla, and his father, Shri G.P. Birla.
Honorable Governor of Jharkhand and Chancellor of BIT Mesra, Shri Ramesh Bais, the chief guest of our Foundation Day, Professor Indrajit Manna, Vice Chancellor, Mr. Madan Mohan Mohanka, Chairman, Tiga Industries, our distinguished alumni, members of the Board of Governors, members of the Council, faculty members and staff members, Honorable Governor of Jharkhand and Chancellor of BIT Mesra, Shri Ramesh Bais, the chief guest of our Foundation Day, Professor Indrajit Manna, Vice Chancellor, Mr. Madan Mohan Mohanka, Chairman, Tiga Industries, our distinguished alumni, members of the Board of Governors, members of the Academic Council, faculty members and staff members, alumni, students, members of print and electronic media, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me immense pleasure to be here as part of the Foundation Day celebrations of BIT Mesra to mark its journey since 15 July 1955 as the second oldest institution of technology in India. My sincere appreciation to all the teachers, students, staff past and present, and alumni for making BIT Mesra one of the most reputed institutes in the country. May the journey towards excellence continue. Starting from a single program in 1955 to currently running 52 programs, the Institute has been making steadfast strides towards his vision of imparting world-class technological education. Depending upon national needs and industrial trends, several programs were added on throughout our academic journey. The per-year student intake has also seen a leap from 80 to approximately 2,800 students in numbers. From 3 departments in 1955, we currently have 18 departments, each contributing to excellence in teaching and research. We have slowly transformed from a teaching-only mode to a competent teaching and research institute with research credentials portrayed through our volume of external research grants, quality publications, citations, and H-index. Our continued endeavors and our strategic blueprint in this direction will ensure that the Institute achieves its objectives of becoming a world-class technological institute in teaching and research as well. State-of-the-art infrastructure facilities are continuously being added along with the upgradation of existing equipment and facilities in order to achieve the desired milestone of excellence within the next 5 years. You will be happy to note that the Institute has undertaken construction of a new academic and administrative block, student hostels and residential complex for faculty and staff members to cater to the greater intake of students in the coming years. On the governance side, the Institute conforms to the rules and regulations of regulatory bodies and exercises quality initiatives and audits. Currently, all our UG programs and eligible PG programs are approved by AICTE, and we are targeting 100% NBA accreditation of programs. BIT Mesra has been participating in the National Institute Ranking Framework since 2016, when it was started, and since then maintains a ranking position within the top 50 engineering institutes in the country. I am also quite happy to learn that BIT Mesra has taken up conscious efforts to create a network to reach out to all the alumni members spread across the globe and enable them to remain engaged with their alma mater. An alumni association, BITMA, has been set up at the Mesra campus with due representation from all alumni chapters in India and abroad. We are also very proud of the professional achievements of our alumni. They carry our signature and are our brand ambassadors. I would like to invite all alumni to come forward and stay engaged with their alma mater and contribute to add to the glory of the Institute. Let us continue to strive towards ensuring world-class quality of teaching and research onwards and upwards. Thank you.
और आगे के रास्ते को कैसे तय करें, हमारा भविष्य कैसा हो, और ऐसी बहुत सारी जानकारियों के लिए आज हमारे बीच हमारे संस्थान के कुलाधिपति, हमारे राज्य के राज्यपाल माननीय श्री रमेश बैस जी हमारे साथ उपस्थित हैं। तो मैं आगे के भाषण के लिए उन्हें आमंत्रित करता हूं।
बीआईटी मिश्रा के स्थापना दिवस के अवसर पर आयोजित इस कार्यक्रम में उपस्थित अध्यक्ष बोर्ड ऑफ गवर्नर्स श्री सी के बिड़ला जी, कुलपति प्रोफेसर इंद्रनील मन्ना जी, बोर्ड ऑफ गवर्नर्स के सदस्यगण, एकेडमिक परिषद के सदस्यगण, संकाय और स्टाफ सदस्यगण, बीआईटी मिश्रा के प्री पूर्ववर्ती विद्यार्थीगण व अध्ययनरत विद्यार्थीगण, प्रेस व मीडिया के साथियों, जोहार। जब मैं पढ़ता था तब से मेरे को इच्छा थी कि बीआईटी मिश्रा के बारे में काफी पढ़ने को मिलता था। यहाँ के बच्चे इनोवेशन में काफी ध्यान देते हैं, नई नई खोज करते रहते हैं। तो मैं सोचा था कभी भी जब मैं झारखंड जाऊं तो मैं मिश्रा अवश्य जाऊंगा, और वो सौभाग्य आज प्राप्त हुआ कि आज बीआईटी मिश्रा में मुझे आज स्थापना दिवस के अवसर पर मुझे आमंत्रित किया गया। बीआईटी मिश्रा के स्थापना दिवस की आप सभी को हार्दिक बधाई एवं शुभकामनाएं। इस कार्यक्रम में आप सभी के बीच आकर अपार खुशी हो रही है। यह उत्साह व उमंग के साथ आत्मावलोकन का भी दिन है कि स्थापना के उद्देश्यों को प्राप्त करने की दिशा में संस्थान कहां तक सफलता अर्जित कर पाया है और वे कौन से क्षेत्र हैं जिनमें विशेष ध्यान देने की आवश्यकता है। बीआईटी मिश्रा राज्य का अग्रणी और सबसे पुराने तकनीकी संस्थानों में से एक है। प्रसन्नता है कि यह संस्थान इंजीनियरिंग शिक्षा और अनुसंधान के क्षेत्र में गुणात्मक शिक्षा प्रदान के लिए जाना जाता है। इस संस्थान के पूर्ववर्ती विद्यार्थियों ने देश और समाज के विकास में अच्छा योगदान दिया है। कुछ विद्यार्थियों ने विदेश में रहकर अपने पेशेवर जीवन में सफलताएं भी हासिल की है। मुझे बताया गया है कि संस्थान कोरोना टीकाकरण के क्षेत्र में प्रभावी रूप से कार्य कर रहा है और आसपास के गांवों में रहने वाले समुदायों के समग्र विकास में अपनी सामाजिक जिम्मेदारी को भी समझने का प्रयास किया है। इतने राज्य सरकार द्वारा संचालित स्कूल, कृष्णा विद्या मंदिर और नवोदय स्कूल जैसे स्कूलों की स्थापना में भूमि और अन्य बुनियादी सुविधाएं प्रदान की है। इसके लिए मैं संस्थान को बधाई देता हूं। संस्थान द्वारा वंचित ग्रामीणों की सेवा के लिए पर्याप्त चिकित्सा सुविधाओं के साथ एक औषधालय भी संचालित है। मैं चाहूंगा कि यहाँ के विद्यार्थी गांव में जाकर वहां के बच्चों को शिक्षा के प्रति जागरूक करें और उत्साहित भी करें। मुझे यह जानकर खुशी हो रही है कि बीआईटी मिश्रा ने समाज कल्याण और उत्थान के लिए काम करने के लिए आसपास के 10 गांवों को गोद लेने के साथ साथ कई जागरूकता अभियान और सामाजिक कार्य भी किए। इसके लिए उन्हें राष्ट्रीय पुरस्कार भी मिले। देश में एक अग्रणी तकनीकी संस्थान के रूप में बीआईटी मिश्रा को देश को आत्मनिर्भर बनाने की दिशा में अग्रणी भूमिका निभानी चाहिए और समाज के पथ प्रदर्शक के बनने के साथ साथ राष्ट्र निर्माण में भी अपना योगदान दें। जिस प्रकार से आग जलते रहने के लिए कोयले की जरूरत पड़ती है, ठीक उसी प्रकार जीवन में सफल और आगे बढ़ते रहने के लिए मोटिवेशन होना चाहिए। मेहनत हमेशा रंग लाती है, लेकिन आपको विश्वास होना चाहिए कि मैं किसी भी काम को कर सकता हूं। इसलिए उस रहस्य को जानने की कोशिश कीजिए जो आपको सफलता का रास्ता दिखाए। किसी भी मकसद को हासिल करने के लिए मेहनत करना जितना जरूरी है, उससे कहीं ज्यादा जरूरी है कठिन परिस्थितियों में खुद पर नियंत्रण रखना। नदी जब निकलती है तो उसका कोई नक्शा पास नहीं होता कि सागर कहां है। नदी बिना नक्शे के सागर तक पहुंच जाती है क्योंकि वह निरंतर आगे बढ़ती रहती है। इसलिए आपको भी सफलता तक पहुंचने के लिए नदी की तरह निरंतर आगे बढ़ते रहना चाहिए। अगर आप बिना रुके निरंतर बढ़ते रहते हैं तो सफलता आपको मिलनी ही है। जिंदगी में जीत और हार तो हमारी सोच बनाती है। जो मान लेता है कि वो हार जाता है और जो ठान लेता है वो जीत जाता है। शिखर पर पहुंचने के लिए कोई शॉर्टकट नहीं होता। ऊंचाई पर पहुंचने का रास्ता तेज या आसान नहीं होता। क्योंकि सफलता सही समय और सही दिशा में ही मिलती है। परीक्षा सिर्फ आपके जीवन का एक हिस्सा है। इसे जिंदगी न बनाएं और न ही समझें। अगर आप परीक्षा में असफल भी हो जाते हैं तो चिंता करने के बजाय अपनी गलतियों से सीखकर आगे बढ़ने की कोशिश करें। सफलता तब मिलती है जब आप सफल लोगों के जैसे काम लगातार करते रहते हैं। मेहनत सफलता का इंजन है, इसलिए मेहनत करना जरूरी है। यदि मेहनत नहीं करोगे तो सफलता की गाड़ी कभी भी प्लेटफॉर्म से आगे नहीं बढ़ पाएगी। इसलिए महत्वाकांक्षी बनिए। महत्वाकांक्षा और मंजिल के बीच का सफर तय करने में काम आती है। सफलता का मूल्य मेहनत है और काम में अपना सर्वश्रेष्ठ प्रदर्शन देने के बाद जिसने और हारने में का मौका भी आपके हाथ में है। सफलता के लिए विश्वास के लिए दृढ़ संकल्प के लिए शांति और शांति के लिए सृजनशीलता जरूरी है। लेकिन सृजनशीलता के लिए मौन रहना जरूरी है। इसलिए जब भी संभव हो मौन रहो। मौन में उतरने पर कल्पना के पंख लग जाएंगे, मस्तिष्क सृजनशीलता हो जाएगा और आप विश्व में अपनी सफलता का परचम फहराएंगे। जुझारू लोग वहीं से अपनी सफलता शुरुआत करते हैं जहां दूसरे लोग हार मान लेते हैं। इसलिए उस पत्थर तोड़ने वाले की तरह बनिए जो चट्टान पर लगातार वार करता है और चट्टान के 2 टुकड़े कर देता है। यानी जीवन में सफलता होने के लिए आपका जुझारू होना जरूरी है। शिक्षा के साथ साथ व्यावहारिक परीक्षण का भी सामंजस्य आप लोग संस्थान में पाते हैं, ताकि जब आप संस्थान से बाहर निकले तो आप अपने आप में एक सक्षम नागरिक बनकर उभरे। गुरु के सानिध्य में ज्ञान का सतत और निरंतर विकास भी आप लोग यहीं हासिल कर सकते हैं। इसलिए यह विद्यालय या संस्थान को शिक्षित समाज की नींव रखने की पाठशाला भी कहा जाता है। अच्छी शिक्षा प्राप्त करने का सबसे पहला उद्देश्य अच्छे नागरिक बनना और उसके बाद व्यक्तिगत और पेशेवर जीवन में सफल व्यक्तित्व बनना होता है। हम बिना अच्छी शिक्षा के अधूरे हैं, क्योंकि शिक्षा हमें सही सोचने वाला और सही निर्णय लेने वाला बनाती है। इस प्रतियोगी दुनिया में शिक्षा मनुष्य की भोजन, कपड़े और आवास के बाद प्रमुख अनिवार्यता बन गई है। शिक्षा एक व्यक्तित्व के लिए आंतरिक और बाह्य ताकत प्रदान करने का सबसे महत्वपूर्ण यंत्र है। आप लोग इस संस्थान दिवस पर अपनी ऊर्जा एवं लगन से इस संस्थान को नई ऊंचाई पर ले जाने और शिक्षण एवं शोध के माध्यम से इस क्षेत्र की और देश की समस्याओं का हल निकालने में अपना योगदान देने का संकल्प लें। आज इस अवसर पर पूर्ववर्ती विद्यार्थी भी बड़ी संख्या में मौजूद हैं। मुझे आप सबसे आशा है कि आप जिस किसी क्षेत्र में भी कार्य करते होंगे उस क्षेत्र में अपने संस्थान का नाम रोशन करेंगे। आप लोग अपनी प्रतिभा और ज्ञान से समाज के विकास में योगदान के लिए सदा सक्रिय रहें। एक बार पुनः बीआईटी मिश्रा के स्थापना दिवस के संस्थान पर इस संस्थान से जुड़े सभी सदस्यों को अपनी शुभकामनाएं देता हूं। धन्यवाद। जय हिंद, जय झारखंड।
धन्यवाद सर, ऊर्जा से परिपूर्ण भरपूर ओजस्वी भाषण के लिए। सर, आपकी बातों से कुछ एक चीज़ जो हमारे जहन में उतर कर आती है कि इंतज़ार करने वालों को बस उतना ही मिलता है जितना कोशिश करने वाले छोड़ देते हैं। और ये बात हमने विवेकानंद ने पुरजोर तरीके से कही थी कि चरे वेति चरे वेति चरे वेति, और ये तभी संभव हो पाएगा जैसा सर ने कहा कि षट दोषा पुरुषे ने हातव्या भूतमिक्षिता निंद्रा तंद्रा भयम क्रोधम आलस्यम दीर्घ सूत्रता, इन सब से लड़कर जब हम आगे बढ़ते हैं तो एक बात हम पूरे बीआईटी परिवार की तरफ से आपको बताना चाहते हैं सर, आपका आशीर्वाद हमारे साथ बना रहे। तो हम ये बात मानते हैं और जानते हैं कि ज़िंदगी की असली इम्तिहान अभी बाकी है, ज़िंदगी की असली उड़ान अभी बाकी है, अभी तो नापी है बस मुट्ठी भर ज़मीन, पूरा आसमान अभी बाकी है, पूरा आसमान अभी बाकी है। ये पूरे बीआईटी फर्टर्निटी और फैमिली की तरफ से हम ये वादा रखते हैं कि हर बार की तरह इस बार भी और भविष्य में भी हम देश निर्माण में हमेशा साथ साथ खड़े रहेंगे। और इन सभी बातों को ध्यान में रखते हुए हम अपनी परंपरा को आगे बढ़ाते हैं और हमारे बीच हमारे आदरणीय राज्यपाल जी मौजूद हैं, उनका सम्मान, उन्हें एक स्मृति चिन्ह देकर मैं निवेदन करता हूं हमारे आदरणीय कुलपति महोदय से कि एक स्मृति चिन्ह हमारे आज के मुख्य अतिथि माननीय राज्यपाल श्री रमेश बैस जी के लिए। हमारे कुल अधिपति और इस संस्थान के पुरोधा और इस राज्य के राज्यपाल माननीय श्री रमेश बैस जी, अब मैं निवेदन करता हूं हमारे अधिष्ठाता पूर्ववर्ती छात्र और अंतर्राष्ट्रीय संबंध श्री प्रोफेसर डॉक्टर उत्पल बॉल सर से कि वो एक सम्मान, एक स्मृति चिन्ह हमारे आदरणीय कुलपति महोदय के लिए। सर से निवेदन है कि वो पुनः एक स्मृति चिन्ह, एक प्यार हमारी तरफ से हमारे अलुमनी रिप्रेजेंटेटिव डॉक्टर श्री मोहनका जी के लिए।
In continuation of felicitating the dignitaries on the dais, I'll request the Associate Dean of Alumni International Relation, Professor Vishal, to kindly felicitate the Registrar. I'll again request Associate Dean to kindly felicitate Professor Utpal Bal Sir, the Dean of Alumni and International Relation.
और इस कार्यक्रम के सूत्रधार
I will now request the Registrar of BIT Mesra, retired Colonel Sukhpal Singh Khetarpal, to kindly present his vote of thanks.
While we celebrate yet another Foundation Day, very recently, James Webb Space Telescope sent its first high-resolution colored images, and the world is impressed. NASA's $10 billion space telescope, which took 20 years to build and is set to unlock a lot of answers to the mysteries of our origin. Comparing with Hubble, the James Webb telescope will look a lot more deeper and clearer, almost to the beginning of our time. Dean Ball has rightly dedicated today's day as celebrating past, present, and future. BIT today celebrates its glorious past by looking more deeper and clearer like James Webb, and prepares to reclaim its position as a premier tech institution that has the potential to stun the nation and the world with its tech prowess. Honorable Governor of Jharkhand, very respected the Honorable Vice Chancellor of BIT, our revered alumni, Mr. Mohan, and my dear friend, Dr. Ball. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and Johar. I'm here to propose a vote of thanks on this fabulous day of our glorious history, and I'm truly honored. It is indeed a day to look deeper and clearer into our past, almost to the day when BIT was founded, and understand the vision, the challenges, and the expectations of our founding fathers from us. On behalf of our Honorable Chairman, Board of Governors, the President of the General Council, Shri C.K. Birla ji, and each member of the governing bodies, and on behalf of the Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Indranil Manna, Deans, HODs, faculty, officers, staff and workers, and our families, I extend deep gratitude to the Honorable Chief Guest of today's ceremony, our own Chancellor and Governor of State of Jharkhand, His Excellency Shri Ramesh Bais, for adding grace to today's ceremony through his benign presence and showering his blessings on BIT family through his fantastic address. So we would also like to put on record our thanks to the staff of your secretariat, who were always forthcoming to guide us to give final shape to your touchdown in our campus. This day belongs to the visionary, genius, and generous Birla family. Late Shri B.M. Birla ji and Shri G.P. Birla ji. Today we pay tribute and thank them for founding this wonderful institution. You know what amazes me is the fact that when freedom struggle was going on, here was a family of Birlas who were preparing to plan to build a sound foundation of an independent India. And that is how the land was procured in 1948 and we became operational in 1955. I extend my deep gratitude to respected Shri C.K. Birla ji for blessing us with the pearls of wisdom today through his kind thoughts and information and vision. I thank Professor Indranil Manna for giving a brief of his journey for past 2 years, almost 2 years, and also sharing some pearls of wisdom for his future endeavors. I also thank Mr. Mohan for being with us as a distinguished alumni to be part of this ceremony, and my Dean, Dr. Ball, who has been the steward of this whole function. Next to feel grateful to are our revered alumni. Ladies and gentlemen, you will all agree with me that in times to come, the second most important USP, the first maybe many, will be how the present generation of BIT is able to leverage the strong alumni-alum mater relationship to give an edge to BIT over our competitors. In numbers and quality, we are certainly ahead of many, as we were founded way back in 1955. We just need to harness it more effectively and efficiently. BITMA is a giant leap in future. On this momentous day, I acknowledge the same and take this opportunity to thank each member of our alumni group present all over India and in the world. I would like all my alumni members to know that you are an extended family and we truly value your association. It is indeed a need of ours to draw maximum benefit from your global presence, experience, wisdom, and support as we grow as an institution. I also take this opportunity to congratulate awardees of Distinguished Alumni Awards and distinguished teachers, as also who are visiting us to participate in today's celebration. I must put on record my profound gratitude to our large-hearted and generous alumni, naming few: Mr. Mohanka, Mr. Vedyanathan, Mr. S.N. Agrawala, Mr. Anil Singhe, Mr. Chandrakant Raipat, Mr. Debrat Bhattacharya, who generously donated funds for this event. I thank the student and scholar community for their presence in good numbers in spite of their ongoing studies. The faculty and staff members for their benign presence. Without you all, the function would have certainly not looked as graceful as it is. A big thanks to the members of the Foundation Day Organizing Committee under the leadership of Dr. Ball and his Lieutenant Vishal Shah, and very well supported by Dean Manjari Chakrabarti, Dean Jagannathan, Dean Sudip Das, Dean Anand Sinha, Dean Vibha Rani, and Dean Nisha Gupta, and Dean Kunal. And also many teams of dedicated faculty members, staff, scholars, students, and workers who work day and night to give life to this function. Our due gratitude to the audiovisual team, the media houses, the reporters from print and electronic media, and members of our News and Publication Society. We thank the brave and vigil police and security personnels and the Jharkhand government officials who were deputed to be in our support in the campus from the local administration. With this note, once again, on behalf of the BIT family, I thank and extend good wishes to one and all. Thank you very much. Stay healthy, stay safe. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. I'll now request the gathering to kindly rise from the seats for the national anthem.
नमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
I'm happy to announce that the Chancellor of the Institute, the Honorable Governor of Jharkhand, Shri Ramesh Bais, has agreed to inaugurate the photography and the R&D exhibition which has been put to display on the rear side of the auditorium. And I will request the respected Vice Chancellor, sir, along with the deans to kindly accompany him. Yeah. And the gathering is to remain seated in the auditorium so that we can continue with the other proceedings of the day. Yeah. So, following, we have to present award to the distinguished teachers and the distinguished alumni. So I'll request all the audiences to kindly take their seats and wait for the dignitaries to join us back on the dais.
जब तक ये उद्घाटन समारोह चल रहा है हमारे R&D फोटोग्राफी सेशन का, तब तक हम एक बार फिर से BIT कैंपस की टूर कर लेते हैं। कैंपस में बहुत कुछ बदला, मूल अवधारणा वही है, साविद्या या विमुक्तये। इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर्स समय के साथ पर बदलना ज़रूरी भी है, क्योंकि बदलाव ही सत्य है, और अगर हम समय के साथ अपने आप को एडवांस ना करें, बदले नहीं, तो हम पीछे छूट जाएंगे। तो सारे बदलाव जो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर में है वो भौतिक रूप से हैं, लेकिन आत्मा वही है, साविद्या या विमुक्तये। मैं सभी से अनुरोध करता हूं कि आप अपने सीट पर ही रहें, क्योंकि इसके आने बाद हमारे
Among the first few technical institute of India, the glory of the institute carries number of significant contributions to the field of science, technology, education and entrepreneurship. Being the first in the nation to introduce the courses on space science and rocketry, or the first to introduce the concept of entrepreneur path STEP, BIT continued its high standard in education with high-tech laboratories with advanced high-end instruments, along with the practical hands-on session and industrial exposures. To ensure all-round personality development of students, more than 20 student activity clubs that includes social, technical and cultural clubs have their regular activities, and BIT holds one of the top student fest of India like Bitotsav, a cultural extravaganza, Pantheon, the technical fest, and the Vajra, the national level sports fest, all organized and managed by the student body itself. Huge green plastic free campus nurture young minds with the balance between science, nature, technology and art of living. BIT always stands for knowledge that liberates. Savidya ya Vimuktaye.
BIT Mesra was established in the year 1955 by the philanthropist and industrialist Shri Brij Mohan Bibla. The institute campus is located in a 780 acres setting at the confluence of rivers Jumar and Swanrekha, and is self-contained with excellent hostel facilities and nurturing environment, which is a home to 4,500 students. The infrastructure includes lecture halls, central library, workshops, playground, gymnasium, and many
This is
more.
not the source of exception that it enters into tribal.
The classrooms, lecture halls, seminar halls have all been upgraded to fully air-conditioned smart classrooms and halls.
मैं आपको बता दूं कि आज के कार्यक्रम में जो आने वाली कड़ी है वो पहले से प्रथम सत्र में ही है। हमारे बीच डिस्टिंग्विश्ड टीचर्स अवार्ड है, डिस्टिंग्विश्ड एलुमनी अवार्ड है, और शाम
इस दाम के आईने
आज की संध्या बहुत विशेष रूप से सजी है आप लोगों के लिए। हमारे बीच दो ऐसे कलाकार हैं अपने अपने क्षेत्र में एक हस्ताक्षर है। नई पीढ़ी से आती है हमारे बीच तनुश्री वर्मा, वो पटना से है, पटना श्री अवार्ड उनके पास है, और वो भजन मतलब एक प्रभात संगीत सेक्शन है, उसको वो रिप्रेजेंट करती है भारत के विभिन्न कोनों में, भारत के बाहर भी। और शास्त्रीय गायन क्षेत्र में हमारे बीच एक ऐसी हस्ती है, मुझे नहीं लगता कि उन्हें किसी भी परिचय की आवश्यकता है, पर उनका नाम काफी है इस हॉल को भरने के लिए, और उनका नाम है हमारे बीच आ रही है आज शाम को श्रीमती कौशिकी चक्रवर्ती जी। सुपुत्री हैं वो श्री अजय चक्रवर्ती जी की। अजय चक्रवर्ती जी पूरे भारत में अंतर्राष्ट्रीय स्तर पर ही सही, वो उन्होंने शास्त्रीय संगीत, भारतीय शास्त्रीय संगीत का परचम लहरा रखा है। और उनकी सुपुत्री श्रीमती कौशिकी चक्रवर्ती ने अपने तरह से, अपनी गायकी की वजह से उसी पीढ़ी को, उसी विधा को और आगे बढ़ाया है। और साथ में ही छऊ भारत का एक विशेष परिचय भी देता है, एक विशेष अंग। भारत में बिहार, झारखंड, उड़ीसा, बंगाल, इन तमाम बॉर्डर पे छऊ हमें कनेक्ट करता है। छऊ के 2 प्रकार हैं और दोनों ही प्रकार अपने आप में बड़े विशेष हैं। आज हमारे बीच जो छऊ आएगा वो पुरुलिया छऊ से मिलता जुलता है। सिंगमुंग और मानमुंग छऊ अलग तरीके से होता है। इसमें बड़े मुखौटे होंगे, अच्छी कहानियां कही जाएंगी, परिचय होगा, पात्र होंगे और एक कहानी होगी महिषासुर मर्दिनी की। लेकिन वो जो प्रस्तुति होगी उसे हम मर्दाना नृत्य भी कहते हैं। छऊ इज अ पावरफुल डांस एंड अ मार्शल आर्ट डांस फॉर्म। तो ये बहुत ही जबरदस्त तैयारी है आप सबके लिए। आप सबसे अनुरोध है कि अपने स्थान पे बने रहें। आगे की जानकारियां और भी समय समय पर आपको दी जाएंगी।
VIT Mesra was established in the year 1955 by the philanthropist and industrialist late Shri Brij Mohan Birla. The institute campus is located in a 780 acres setting at the confluence of rivers Jumar and Swanrekha and is self-contained with excellent hostel facilities and nurturing environment, which is a home to 4,500 students. The infrastructure includes lecture halls, central library, workshops, playground, gymnasium, and many
This is
more.
not the source of exception that it enters into tribe.
The classrooms, lecture halls, seminar halls have all been upgraded to fully air-conditioned smart classrooms and halls.
So इस दाम के आईने मान. So Vasist does what is this? Das Buch. Side is here.
It has 21 academic departments and offers BE, ME, MTech and PhD degrees in various academic disciplines. BIT Mesra targets to provide excellent educational and research opportunities from undergraduate to postgraduate levels and to build national capabilities in technology, education and research in emerging areas. The entire campus is Wi-Fi enabled. The state-of-art JP Birla Auditorium has a sitting capacity of 2,700 and the CAT Hall has been revamped to modern contemporary auditorium with a sitting capacity of 400. BIT Mesra was established in the year 1955 by the philanthropist and industrialist Late Shri Brij Mohan Birla. The institute campus is located in a 780 acres sitting at the confluence of rivers Jumar and Swanrekha and is self-contained with excellent hostel facilities and nurturing environment, which is a home to 4,500 students. The infrastructure includes lecture halls, central library, workshops, playground, gymnasium, and many
This is
more.
not the source of exception that it enters into tribal.
BIT Mesra was established in the year 1955. The classrooms, lecture halls, seminar halls have all been upgraded to fully air-conditioned smart classrooms and halls. The institute campus is located in 700 acres, sitting at the confluence of rivers Jumar and Swarga. It is self-contained with excellent
So is Dam ke aine
nurturing
one.
environment.
So what is das? What is this? Das who? That is here.
It has 21 academic departments and offers BE, ME, MTech and PhD degrees in various academic disciplines. BIT Mesra targets to provide excellent educational and research opportunities from undergraduate to postgraduate levels, and to build national capabilities in technology, education and research in emerging areas. Classrooms, lecture halls, seminar halls, the entire campus is Wi-Fi enabled. The state-of-art JP Birla Auditorium has a sitting capacity of 2,700, and the CAT Hall has been revamped to modern contemporary auditorium with a sitting capacity of 400.
One. So what is das? What is this? Das who? That is here.
It has 21 academic departments and offers ME, MTech, and PhD degrees in various academic disciplines. BIT Mesra targets to provide excellent education and research opportunities from undergraduate to postgraduate levels, and to build national capabilities in technology, education, and research in emerging areas. The state-of-art JP Birla Auditorium has a sitting capacity of 2,700, and the CAT Hall has been revamped to modern contemporary auditorium with a sitting capacity of 400.
Birla Institute of Technology, Mesra, Ranchi, the knowledge hub since 1955 in the state of Jharkhand, India. Among the first few technical institute of India, the glory of the institute carries.
I'll request Mrinal Pathak to kindly join me on stage here. So may I have your attention? Kindly take your seat so that we can proceed ahead with the day's event. Can I have your kind attention? I'll request our guests to kindly take their seats so that we can proceed ahead with the day's event.
मैं निवेदन करता हूं सभी आदरणीयों से कि अपने स्थान पर पहुंचे और हम आगे कार्यक्रम को आगे बढ़ाएं। मैं निवेदन करता हूं संस्थान के कुलपति महोदय से कि वो मंच पर आ जाएं और साथ ही डीन ऑफ एलुमनी एंड इंटरनेशनल रिलेशंस प्रोफेसर उत्पल बॉल सर, क्या आप मंच पर आ जाएं? हम कार्यक्रम की अगली कड़ी की शुरुआत करते हैं। गुरु गोविंद दो खड़े काको लागो पाए, बलिहारी गुरु आपने गोविंद दियो पठाए।
Excuse me, may I now request all the alumni to kindly take your seat and allow us to get going. I'm sure that all of you are looking forward to the announcement of the Distinguished Alumnus Award, and you're aware that the Institute took a lot of pains to create this new set of awards to honor the alumni. So I would request all of you to kindly get seated and allow the proceedings to go ahead. I insist that we cannot start the program until you are seated. So thank you, and please maintain the dignity of the function to follow.
गुरु में दो अक्षर हैं, गु और रू। गु मतलब होता है अंधकार, रू मतलब प्रकाश। जो ऐसा व्यक्तित्व जो हमें अंधकार से प्रकाश की तरफ ले जाए वो होता है गुरु। और गुरु सम्मान हर एक शिक्षण संस्थान के लिए उतना ही जरूरी है जितना एक बच्चे के लिए उसका भविष्य बनना। क्यों? क्योंकि गुरु गोविंद दो खड़े काको लागो पाए, बलिहारी गुरु आपने गोविंद दियो पठाए। और इसी श्रृंखला में हम अपने आदर और अपना सम्मान प्रकट करते हैं। एक विशेष पुरस्कार, एक विशेष अवार्ड जिसे हम डिस्टिंग्विश्ड टीचर्स अवार्ड कहते हैं, उसकी शुरुआत करते हैं। सबसे पहले मैं बुलाना चाहता हूं मंच पर प्रोफेसर A.K. चैटर्जी सर को।
So, sir, has served BIT for 42 years, and he was also the alumnus of BIT Mestra 1969-71 ME SER batch. He joined as a faculty in the year 1971 and was promoted to be a professor in the year 1987. He served for 14 years as the head of the department, and he superannuated in the year 2012. He served at various positions for BIT Mestra. He was the Dean of Student Affairs, he was the Dean of Faculty Affairs, he was the Dean of Postgraduate Studies, Coordinator for Semester Program, and also the Executive Director of STEP. And we remember Sir's resonating sound, and his talks were always very inspiring. So we are very thankful to Sir, and I'll request the gathering to please put a great hand for Sir. Thank you.
गुरु सम्मान हमारी संस्कृति है और परिवार के पुरोधाओं को परिवार के पुरोधा से ये आदर, ये सम्मान। थैंक यू सो मच सर। इसी श्रृंखला में आगे जो नाम हमारे साथ है वो है प्रोफेसर दिनाकर सासमल सर।
So we'll request Professor Sasmal to kindly join us here on the stage. Sir was with us at BIT since August 1979, and he superannuated in December 2015. He was promoted to the post of professor in the year 1996. He was the warden during the years 1987 till 1994. He was also the honorary treasurer at BIT Cooperative. He was the coordinator of semester program. He was the dean of undergraduate studies in the year 2001. He was also the dean of academic coordination since 2005 till 2011. He was the dean admissions and academic coordination for the year 2011 till 2014. And he received the G.P. Birla Distinguished Service Professorship Award for the year May 2014, December 2015. We are very grateful to Sir and thank him for coming to receive this distinguished award.
अगला नाम हमारे सामने है प्रोफेसर के रॉय चौधरी सर।
So I welcome Professor K. Roy Chaudhary sir and thank him for being here with us today to accept this award. Sir was associated with the Civil Engineering Department and has been associated with BIT since February 1971 and continued to provide his services to the institute till May 2010. He was a professor in the Department of Civil Engineering and he participated in the design and construction of the girls' hostel of the institute. He was also the professor in charge of transport, and we thank him to accept this award from the institute.
इसी कड़ी में हमारे पास अगला नाम है प्रोफेसर भुवन मोहन करंजी का, जिन्होंने बीआईटी को 1967 से अपना योगदान दिया है और ट्रिपल ई डिपार्टमेंट से थे ये। इन्होंने बीआईटी में योगदान 2014 तक दिया और इनकी सेवा समाप्ति हालांकि 2010 में ही हो गई थी। 4 वर्षों तक अतिरिक्त योगदान दिया इन्होंने बीआईटी मिश्रा परिवार को।
Professor, for being with us here today and accepting this award on behalf of the Institute. We are very grateful for all the services that you provided to BIT Mesra. And we truly appreciate all your efforts. Thank you.
इसके बाद जो पुरस्कार है वो जाता है प्रोफेसर एपी सिंह जी को। वो हमारे साथ अभी भौतिक रूप से उपस्थित नहीं है। उनकी तस्वीर है हमारे पास। वो बीई मैकेनिकल बीआईटी मेसरा 1959 से लेकर 1963 बैच के थे। उनका कार्यकाल रहा 1966 से लेकर 2001 तक और वो निदेशक भी रहे 2001 से लेकर 2003 तक बीआईटी पॉलिटेक्निक में। और वो प्रोफेसर के पद से उन्हें सेवानिवृत्ति हुई उनकी। और इसके बाद ये है प्रोफेसर एपी सिंह। और इसके बाद जो अवार्ड है इसी श्रृंखला में वो जाता है प्रोफेसर दीपक जयरथ जी को। वो हमारे साथ भौतिक रूप से नहीं है लेकिन उनका वीडियो मैसेज हमारे पास है। PhD BIT Mesra 1977, faculty at BIT Mesra from 1976 to 2016. He was a placement coordinator since 1983 to 2001 and served at Muscat Center in 2001 and at Bahrain Center from 2002 to 2003 and was the Dean of Admission from 2006 to 2010 and he was Head of the Department of Physics in 2011.
Respected Chancellor, His Excellency Governor of Jharkhand, respected Chairman Shri C.K. Billaji, respected Vice Chancellor Professor Indranil Manna, distinguished awardees Professor B.M. Karan, Professor A.P. Singh, Professor Ashok Kumar Mishra, Professor A.K. Chatterjee, Professor D. Sasmal, Dean Alumni Professor Utpal Ball, Associate Dean Alumni Professor Vishal Shah, dear colleagues, alumni, students, friends. It is a great privilege to be presented the Distinguished Teacher Award today on the occasion of the Foundation Day of the Institute. I must express my sincere gratitude to the administration of the Institute for bestowing this honor on me. I have been looking forward since many days to be there with you all to attend this function. My wife and I were both looking forward to visiting the campus again for a few days to meet friends and just to be at campus. We have so many good memories of the campus. We are so glad that our children had a wonderful atmosphere in which they could play safely, study happily and grow up. All of us will always remember that some of the best days of our lives have been spent here. There is no place like BIT Mesra. However, I regret that due to certain unavoidable reasons we could not travel to Ranchi to be there with you. I do hope that we can visit after some months, perhaps in the DP holidays this year. Once again, I must thank the administration of the Institute for considering me worthy of this honor. Thank you.
Jared sir are not here with us today, but I'm sure they will accept our gratitude. I'm sure the esteemed gathering present here with us today will agree that BIT Mesra has constantly strived for excellence, that is both in research and technological education. And it is a lesson that it has successfully passed on to its students, and proof of which are its illustrious and distinguished alumni, who find presence across the globe and have made remarkable contribution in technology, entrepreneurship, engineering, research, as well as teaching. Many have carved a niche for themselves and have reached unimagined heights in their chosen paths. I'm extremely delighted to inform the wonderful gathering present here that it is now time to award and celebrate the amazing and eminent achievements of some of our distinguished alumni. some of whom are present amidst us here today and continue to inspire the Institute's present generation of students by their perseverance and achievements. So the first category of the Distinguished Alumni Award is for service to society in India and abroad, including support to the alma mater. So may I now request Mr. Sanjeev Kumar Singh to kindly join us on stage. So sir was a mechanical engineering
Honorable Vice Chancellor, all the professors present here, and my dear alumni and the BIT alumni students. It's a great moment for me. While I may have won many awards by the state government, the national government at the international level, but this award is very special. My archery career started in this very institute. I still remember the days when I was here and I used to practice at the back of hostel number 6 and thereafter at hostel number 1. I became the national games champion in 1985, went on to represent the country in 1986 and then to the Seoul Olympics in 1988. So those were the moments, the pinnacle of my archery career started from here. The best part was that archery was a tribal sport of Jharkhand, and I never knew that I'll be coming to this institute, but then when I came here, and then after when I joined Tata Steel, the first thing I did was I started the Tata Archery Academy. It being a tribal sport, obviously this was not, people were not aware of this sport, but with the help of the Tata Steel, the Ministry of Sports, Government of Jharkhand, the Ministry of Sports, Government of India, in the last 25 years, because we just completed 25 years of my Tata Archery Academy, and I'm very happy to say that this is the only academy in the entire world which has produced 1 Padam Shris, 3 Dronacharya awardees and 6 Arjuna awardees with 800 national medals, with 200 plus international medals. That's the story, and we have produced 5 world champions in the process. So my only humble request to my entire committee of people here in BIT Mesra is that it's because of you I could achieve what I could achieve. When I look back, I'm very happy to state that when I look back on my career, that now I have completed nearly 40 years in the field of archery. And I'm very proud to say that we BITians or BIT Mesra not only produce engineers, but it also produces world champions. And the day is not far when I want Dr. Manna to say, after in Paris Olympics, when I win the first Olympic medal for the country, that's my dream. And that day, Dr. Manna can say that, yes, we also produce World Olympic champions. This would not have been possible without the help and support of the ex-Vice Chancellor, Dr. S.C. Pandey, Dr. C.B. Mishra, Professor Rohilla, and all my mechanical engineering department, my professors, who were there to help and support me when I was out. When I used to play for the country, when I used to come back, my batchmates from the 83 batch were always there to support me. My thanks to my parents, my better half, Dr. Madhu, my sons, Abhayan Kirabide, Many of us may feel that achieving success is a work-life balance. But let me tell you, friends, it is a myth. Achieving success requires sacrifice. Achieving success requires work, work, and work. And I have never been able to see my sons grow because I was most of the time playing for the country. So it's really, I'm proud that they may be feeling proud today that what my alma mater has bestowed on me. At the same time, I would like to thank my Bitosa Mumbai chapter because they have been, I'm the secretary there, and it's always been an honor to work for the BIT Mesra, and you'll be happy to note that we from the Bitosa Mumbai chapter have collected 40 lakh of rupees to give as an endowment fund to BIT Mesra whenever Professor Manna wants it. And I request all my alma mater from both, that means from the batches which are here, this 27 who have completed 40 years and who are doing the 19 or the 15 years or 25 years, that they all should come forward. And I'm sure, because ultimately we are the brand ambassadors, and unless we come forward to support our alma mater, nothing will happen. I'm sure all the Bitosa chapters are there. They are working hard for it to ensure that we do give back something to the Bitosa. Mumbai is doing a lot, but I'm sure other chapters can come forward, and the batches which are here, and I'm sure next year we will be completing our 40 years and we'll be here, and we'll definitely do something for the BIT Mesra, and I'm hopeful that all of you can do that. My only submission to all my younger BITians is, the three things which I've learned in my life, which I would like to say as a message to all of you. The first thing is, it's the survival of the fittest. We are in a very competitive market. And when I was studying here, when I used to look at the forest, I always used to remember one saying, जब भी सूरज उगता है तो दो लोग जगते हैं, एक शेर जगता है और एक साथ ही साथ एक डियर भी जगता है, और दोनों ये सोच के परेशान रहते हैं कि कौन कितना तेज दौड़ेगा जिससे कि वो सर्वाइव कर पाए. So my request to all my BITians here will be that when the sun gets up, start running. That's what I did when I was in BIT Mesra. Every morning I was running. And every morning I was ensuring that I'm better than the best. I'm trying to learn from a professor. So that's one thing. The second thing which I learned through my life is that there are 3 C's and 3 D's are very important to success. The conviction, the courage and the commitment, the discipline, the devotion and the dedication. If you have these attributes, I'm sure all of us will achieve success. But over and above, the one thing which drives every person is your vision, your dream. So I request all my BITians who are, the younger BITians who are with us here, that they need to dream. Because unless they have a dream, the dream will help them to have sleepless nights, and the dream will help them to achieve what they can achieve for the country. My dream is to create the Olympic, and today, as a high performance director, I am on deputation by the government from the Tatas. They have deputed me to the government of India, and my ambition is to ensure that we create a high performance center, the latest, the most technologically advanced center I'm creating in the city of Sonipat, at the Sai Sonipat Center. It will be ready by next March, and this will be one of the most technological advanced high performance centers in the country and in the world, where everybody who comes there, just like a doctor does an analysis, we'll be able to do the complete performance analysis of a person, of an archer, and can tell him where he or she can go wrong and what needs to be done by use of technology, artificial intelligence, and the video analysis and the remote sensors, which we are going to use. And that's my dream, that day, from March till the Paris Olympics, we'll have 1 year. And I'm sure I'll come back again with Dr. Manna with the Olympic medal. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Let me, friends, let me add a few sentences and in response to what Sanjeeva just now said. Pursuit of excellence actually percolates in all walks of life, whether you are studying in BIT Mesra or pursuing classical music or chasing certain dreams in sports. I, for one, have always believed that physical ability and agility is absolutely essential to make a difference in any walk of life. Even someone who sits for hours together and sings, even for him or her, the physical coordination of various parts of the body is absolutely essential. So I assure Sanjeeva and all of you that BIT Mesra will definitely spend enough attention to make sure that our students are physically fit and they go out in the open and they indulge in physical sports and not sports only on the cell phone or laptop. In fact, today all of us hear about computer gaming. Incidentally, there's a very major initiative by Government of India to launch an R&D there's a lot of funding coming from the PMO directly, and Indian National Academy of Engineering is entrusted to actually steer that particular program. I see there is an utility because computer gaming also allows you to create animation, create simulation, and even replicate some of the laboratory experiments which are difficult to perform. But there's no substitute for physical training and no substitute for interaction. Let me also share a small anecdote, and that will prove my commitment to games and sports. So after the end of my 5-year tenure at IIT Kanpur, one of my friends asked me, what was your biggest achievement? I said, IIT Kanpur emerging as inter-IIT champion not once, 3 times in a row, hat-trick. And he was amazed and looking at me. I said, it's important because IIT Kanpur always used to be the last among 5 IITs. And today, among 23 IITs, so it required quite a bit of initiative on the part of the institute, and that made a lot of difference. So certainly we would like to see that the students of BIT Mesra, boys and girls, all should indulge in a good dose of physical training and games and sports, outdoor games and sports in particular. So that's what I wanted to convey. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So moving ahead, we have the next segment, which is the Distinguished Alumni Award for contribution to engineering, technology, and entrepreneurship. So this is being presented to Mr. Nitin Jain. So I'll request sir to kindly join us on the stage here. So Mr. Nitin Jain has done his MSc in animation in the year 2009 from Jaipur campus. He's the founder and CEO of Indrani Group. He's an indigenous storyteller with a mission to impact the individuals by using innovation as a medium. With a 15+ experience in the areas of product design, e-commerce, and community building. Please put your hands together for Mr. Nitin Jain. So thank you for accepting this award, which is being conferred on you from the institution.
I was not prepared that I need to speak with this such dignified audience. काफ़ी छोटा हूँ तो इतने seniors के सामने I'm just like feeling very little, but also feeling very empowered that I'm part of such dignified and beautiful community. Respected Dais, Professor Ball, Vice Chancellor sir, it's like a dream to be here and talking to such dignified audience. I joined PIT Jaipur campus for bachelor's in animation. That was year 2006. I completed my UG. Then I pursued the master's in design that I completed in 2011. And then everything which is important in my life, even till date, happened at BIT. I met my business partner at BIT. I started my first startup at BIT. I met my better half at BIT. So a lot of things which BIT has contributed to making me who I am today. Every single day when I start my day, I start that why I'm doing what I'm doing, and that why started at BIT. From choosing my career, choosing my life partner, and eventually going through a lot of things, So I met an accident after my education. I was like just starting my career. I met with an accident and I was on bed for 6 months. In those 6 months, it took me to that questioning that wherever we are evolving in our life, एकेडमिक तक जो आपकी लाइफ होती है ना बिल्कुल अलग तरीके की होती है जिस तरीके से हम दुनिया देखते हैं. टिल स्कूल आपके पेरेंट्स एक वर्चुअल वर्ल्ड आपकी तरफ क्रिएट करते हैं, आपको लगता है दुनिया इतनी बड़ी है. जब आप कॉलेज में जाते हैं डाइवर्सिटी होती है, अलग अलग स्टेट अलग अलग जगह के लोगों से आप मिलते हैं तो आपको दुनिया और बड़ी नज़र आती है. और जब कॉलेज ख़त्म होने के बाद में जब आप एक्चुअल में रियल वर्ल्ड में जाते हैं तब आपको और समझ में आता है कि दुनिया एक्चुअल में और कितनी बड़ी है. इस पूरे प्रोसेस के अंदर जो हम लोग अपना वाई है ना वो धीरे धीरे बहुत लिमिट कर लेते हैं और इंस्टीट्यूशनलाइज हो जाते हैं. बट कभी एक नियर डेथ एक्सपीरियंस जैसी चीज़ होती है लाइफ के अंदर, कोई भी एक शेकिंग चीज़ होती है तो आप हर छोटी से छोटी चीज़ को क्वेश्चन करते हैं. मैं कॉलेज में था तो मुझे इस चीज़ को लेके हमेशा क्वेश्चनिंग होती थी कि आई एम नॉट हैविंग इनफ पीपल whom I can admire or follow or who can answer my questions as my seniors. My faculties was there, but at the same time I was seeking some sort of inspiration where actually I can get the right guidance to pursue what I want to pursue. And after that accident, actually, it made me realize like I also haven't contributed anything to my college or to my school. That question that before asking anything from the society and the world, what I as an individual is contributing, that hit me really hard. Then I took it as in a very personal level that I really want to do something about it. And I devoted 4 years in terms of organizing everything. So we founded that alumni chapter in Rajasthan from like starting with some 10-15 people to take it to a gathering of 1,000 people on an Bitosa Global Conclave that happened in 2017. We were trying to bring all the people from institute to academic to industry to students and bring a really right thing where everybody can connect and contribute together. So in that journey, I have learned a lot of things, and I just want to end my thank you note by saying it all starts with you. The moment you start giving, it comes around and turns back and evolve in no matter like आपको समझ में ही नहीं आएगा कि कैसे आप एक ऑल टुगेदर डिफरेंट पर्सनालिटी की तरफ मूव हो जाएंगे जब आप देना सीखेंगे. यहाँ पे आई थिंक ऑल द पीपल हु आर सीनियर्स दे आर ऑलरेडी डूइंग देयर ड्यूटी, बट माई मैसेज इज मोर टुवर्ड्स दीज first year students or the students who are just starting their career with this institute. You need to remember that you are a part of a lakh people community, 100K plus community of people. A lot of people are here, a lot of people are, BIT can be anywhere where people are. It need not to be just situated here in this campus. All the people who have crossed the boundaries, created a lot of beautiful things, startup companies, entrepreneurship, you just need to feel that you are part of that big ecosystem. The moment you start contributing, it will revolve and comes around to you. In the last, I just want to thank a few people who really made me who I am today. My parents, definitely my wife, who is putting all the efforts to make sure that I live my dreams, and my mentors from Nareen Bakshi sir to Vijay Burman sir, Manmohan sir, all these senior BITians who made me realize that yes, it starts with you. Continue doing what you are doing. And in the last, to this organizing committee, Professor Ball, Vishal sir, I think the way we are feeling right here, being here, and the eyes, the spark which we see in these young people, BIT will definitely be the best institute. We will have all these ranking, but at the same time, it's alumni who start contributing, then it changes the picture. Student and alumni connect is much needed, and all the efforts which the administration is doing, I kudos to them, and I'm all there to support in all my best of the capacity. Thank you so much for giving me this honor. I'm truly humbled. Thank you.
So again, I feel obliged to make one sentence here that this award given to Nitin Jain is very important, has a very important connotation. Since the name is BIT Mesra, the society registration says BIT Mesra. So we often tend to forget that we have also external campuses in Jaipur or Noida or other places. And I've visited all of those except Deoghar. Managed to visit all of them and have interacted with them. So they all carry one grievance, that you sitting in Mesra tend to forget about us. And that's not fair. So you would have noticed that today in the beginning I did mention to the Chancellor that we exist in Mesra as our pivot, but we also have centers in different parts of the country. But what we want is not to proliferate. We want to integrate. We have closed down offshore campuses because we weren't doing well. We have closed down certain degree programs and departments in some of the centers within the country because they weren't doing well. We are still going to do that for a few more departments and disciplines. Mesra will be the main strength. Mesra will show the way. But we would like to also create complementary strength and disciplines in the external campuses. Say, for example, multimedia and animation was never a strength, and I don't know whether we ever can really create that strength here. But what is important is in today's technology world, animation has a role, and a big role. So we have to gradually evolve and create new disciplines and strengthen them. But there's no need to replicate. So that's why I want, excuse me, I want all of our alumni friends to note that we have a duty and responsibility not only to the Mesra campus, but to the entire PIT Mesra family. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So now we present the next category of awards, but then the following distinguished alumni are not present with us here today, but still we'll be having their video messages, and we'll be presenting the awards to them. So I'd like to announce the next award, the Distinguished Alumni Award for Contribution to Engineering, Technology and Entrepreneurship to Mr. Vijay Kumar, who though is not here in person, but I'm very glad to inform the gathering that it is being received by his mother, Dr. Mrs. Dayavati Sinha. So it's a great pride, moment of pride for ma'am, I'm sure, to be receiving this on behalf of his son. So Mr. Vijay Kumar is an alumni of the Electronics and Communication Engineering Department, and he was a student of BIT Mesra, and he was a student here at BIT Mesra since 1983. He's currently serving as an engineering director for Sydney Metro, the Transport of New South Wales. He has also contributed widely to the Delhi Metro project and is currently serving the Sydney Metro. He has received National Award in Indian Railways and the Lieutenant Governor Award as well. So we have a video message from Mr. Vijay Kumar, which will be played shortly. So can we hear from ma'am and his son, Mr. Vijay Kumar? Can we have the video message from Mr. Vijay Kumar, please?
Good morning, everyone. I would like to take this opportunity Good morning, everyone. I would like to take this opportunity Good morning, everyone. I would like to take this opportunity to pay my respects to the Honorable Chief Guest, respected Vice Chancellor Sir, and all other distinguished guests in the Foundation Day ceremony. I would also like to convey my greetings and good wishes to all participants and attendees of the Foundation Day ceremony. May I begin by bowing to my alma mater and express my gratitude with humility for being awarded the Distinguished Alumni Award 2022. I recall my college days from 1983 to 87 as the most cherished time of my life and the building of foundation for our forward journey. We can never forget the serene environment of the college and a college life full of fun and joy. BIT Mesra not only provides a sound academic foundation, but gives everyone the opportunity to have an all-rounded development, which is one of the remarkable features of our college. I must not forget to thank our esteemed teachers who taught us and prepared us for the forward journey in our professional life for the next 30 to 40 years. In the end, I would like to tell my current friends in BIT Mesra that you're privileged to be part of this great institute. Believe in yourself and work hard, not only academically, but also participate in all aspects of life in the campus for an all-rounded development. Industry awaits talents like yourselves. Thank you very much.
So, though sir is not here with us in person, but still I'd like to express our gratitude for accepting the award. Next, we have the Distinguished Alumni Award for Leadership in Corporate World, Industry, Academia and Research Institutions, which is being conferred to Mr. Amit Chadda. He was a alumni of the Electrical and Electronics Engineering Department, and he was here a student since 1992 till 96. He's currently the CEO and Managing Director at L&T Technology Services Limited and is responsible for providing business and technology leadership, market direction, and strategic vision to drive the company's performance. His career spans over 2 decades in core engineering and information technology outsourcing, and it is marked with significant achievements. We have a video message from Mr. Amit Chadda.
Good morning. I'm honored and humbled to receive this award for Distinguished Alumni 2022 from BIT Mesra. I was with BIT Mesra from 92 to 96 and I did my electrical and electronics engineering. It was an amazing experience. We had a lot of fun, a lot of classes that we attended, as well as a lot of learning. And the key learning that stayed back with me through the years has been that an engineer never ceases to ideate, to learn, to innovate and inspire. Whether it be the MUPI labs that we attended or the electrical machine labs that were there in the main building or the machine lab in the production department. It all left behind and stayed with me a clear impression that to do with one's own hands and be hands-on is key to being an engineer. I have taken that through my journey as I have progressed through various roles and geographies, and very fondly recall the faculty, the campus, as well as the facilities. I'm thankful to my parents. They never stopped telling me I had to be an engineer. My batchmate, partner, and wife for more than 25 years never having believed in me that we can do this. I do believe that change is the only constant. So let's come together and engineer the change. That's been the mantra that I will leave with you. Thank you so much once again. Apologize I couldn't be there face to face, but appreciate this gesture. Thank you.
So the next award is being conferred on Dr. Gopalan Jagadish, and it is the Distinguished Alumni Award for Excellence in Teaching and Research in Engineering and Technology. So Dr. Gopalan Jagadish pursued his Masters in Heat Power Engineering from the Mechanical Engineering Department for the year 1990-92, and currently he is the Professor of Aerodynamics at the prestigious Indian Institute of Science at Bangalore. He has a 30-plus teaching and research career. He is also the founder chairman of the Center of Excellence in Hypersonics at IISc Bangalore. He is the founder director of Superwave Technology Private Limited and has 25 patents to his name and many publications in reputed journals to his credit. We have a video message from Dr. Gopalan Jagadish.
Let me thank Professor Indranil Manna, the Vice Chancellor of Birla Institute of Technology, MESRA, and the selection committee for having bestowed upon me this very special award, very dear award of Distinguished Alumnus Award. PIT MESRA holds a very, very special place in my heart. A lot of very good memories and excellent teachers who actually made what I am today. I very humbly accept this award with all humility, and I am very glad to learn in recent years under the dynamic leadership of Professor Manna, Institute is making mark in the area of research and teaching, and it's today regarded as one of the preeminent institution in India. I am sure in the coming years it would also be regarded as, or rather it's already regarded as one of the best in the world because it has a wide network of alumni from PIT MESRA who are spread all over the world. And on this occasion, I also urge the fraternity of PIT alumni to join hands and make PIT MESRA the best institution in the country. I once again thank everybody who's involved in organizing this function, and I hope to visit PIT MESRA in the near future. Thank you very much.
The last set of the Distinguished Alumni Award for contribution to engineering, technology and entrepreneurship has been presented to Ms. Sohini Roy Chaudhary, who is a young alumnus of the batch 2003-2007, who pursued her bachelor's in engineering from the Electronics and Communication Engineering Department. Currently, she is a senior manager at Digital Strategy, AI expert at Accenture and based in the United States of America. She has 60 plus publications to her credit, 13 US patents and 3 best paper awards. So can we have the video message from her?
I wanted to express my sincere gratitude and express how humbled I feel at being given this extremely high honor. BIT MESRA has been the foundational experience of my career. I got all of the training and mentorship I needed to forge my career into AI and machine learning, be it as an academic journey as a faculty, or be it my journey as an entrepreneur, or even into technology building as an industrial leader. Right now, I am truly blessed to have been a part of BIT MESRA, and I look forward to continuing my journey with the students at BIT MESRA going forward. So sincere thank you to all the deans, the selection committee, and a special shout out to Mr. Vishal Shah for all his support so far. Thank you all.
So thank you everyone. We have come to the close of this event, and I'll request the gathering to kindly proceed to the rear side of the auditorium, where the Dean of Research and Innovation and Entrepreneurship and his team has taken all efforts to put a display of the photograph which captures the history of BIT and the research and innovation that has been carried out by the institution over the years.
Just for the information of the gathering over here, I just would like to mention the efforts that we take up in declaring our Distinguished Alumni Award. The initiation for this process starts in the month of October every year as because in July of the next year the awards are going to be awarded. So we start the process in October, wherein we send mails to all our registered alumni members who are registered in our portal. We have a dedicated portal for alumni, which is alumni.bitmesra.ac.in. So this is the official alumni portal of BITMA. BITMA is an alumni association that has been formed in BIT Mesra. It's a registered society. So the official portal is alumni.bitmesra.ac.in. It's quite an interactive portal, and the alumni members can definitely interact through the portal also with us and within themselves, amongst themselves as well. So we send mails across to all the registered alumni members in the who are there in the our data bank, and ask for their nominations. So there are Google forms that are sent to them. They have to fill up the form. They have to nominate persons who think are deserving of the award in different categories. We have 6 different categories. The categories are excellence in teaching, excellence in engineering and technology, excellence in entrepreneurship, then young alumni award, a young person below the age of 40, and then one young alumna award, that is for a lady who has done some outstanding contribution and achieved something really great in any of the categories. And contribution to society. So this is so the process starts, and in the month of June, or in the month of June, we do the screening of all the nominations that we receive. We receive a number of nominations in different categories. We do a screening. We have a committee to do the screening, and finally we have a meeting where we have a meeting of the committee where the Vice Chancellor is the chairman, the Dean Alumni is there, then the Registrar is there, and 2 experts who are not associated with BIT Mesra, one in academics or research and one from industry. So we all have a meeting and finalize as to who the award should go to. So this is actually the process of awarding the Distinguished Alumni Award. And yes, and one alumni representative is also there in the committee. This time we had Mr. Vijay Varman, who was a very distinguished alumni of 61 batch, who was there as the alumni representative. So it is a system which can really pick up the deserving one, the really deserving person who has done some good contribution to the society and to the alma mater. Thank you.
थैंक यू सो मच रिस्पेक्टेड डायस। और मैं सबसे निवेदन करता हूँ कि इस सभागार के पीछे जो प्रदर्शनी लगी है चित्रकला की, चित्रों की, और जितने भी R&D पोस्टर्स हैं, आप वहाँ से जो होते हुए अगले डेस्टिनेशन के लिए बढ़ें। धन्यवाद।
Recording stopped.